In Howard County, faith communities provide essential support for those in need. One of the beneficiaries of faith communities' care and attention is Grassroots Crisis Intervention Center, which serves Howard County's most vulnerable people, those without a safety net of their own, some without a roof over their heads. In every corner of the county, some people feel suicidal, teens run away from home, conflict escalates to family violence. Substance abuse, mental illness and health issues, debt, and unemployment lead to crisis situations for men, women, and children. Without intervention, crisis can become tragedy. Grassroots is there to help those in crisis get back on the right track and transform their lives for the better. The members of local faith communities support Grassroots in a variety of ways. Many church and synagogue members cook meals for the people who are staying in the Grassroots shelter. There are typically 55 or more people to feed each day. Last year, 355 people were housed at Grassroots shelter programs. 134 of them were children. The faith community has embraced the Grassroots Day Resource Center for the chronically homeless, and hundreds of people have volunteered to provide services and care for as many as 75 visitors on average the days the center is open. Last year, 653 unique visitors were served at the Day Resource Center. Individual faith communities also host the Grassroots Cold Weather Shelter for a week or more during the winter season when weather conditions force people in crisis to seek warmth and a roof over their heads. Men, women, and children are given meals and sleep on floors in church buildings across the county during winter months. Grassroots counselors and church volunteers provide services during their stay. Last year, 70 people stayed in the cold weather shelter. 12 of them were children. Faith communities also provide funding for Grassroots. This funding supports the shelter programs and the crisis services, including the hotline and suicide prevention efforts. Last year, Grassroots counselors met face-to-face with 1,431 people and answered 25,779 crisis calls from men, women, and young people, including some who are considering suicide. The mobile crisis team went on 590 calls, helping the police intervene in situations that could lead to tragedy. During the shooting at the mall in Columbia in January, for example, Grassroots counselors provided crisis services for employees and shoppers caught up in the event. Grassroots worked alongside police and other first responders to help those affected by the tragedy. Grassroots does not charge for its services. It is able to respond to community need because it is supported by Howard County government funding, grants, and contributions from its many supporters. Contributions from individuals and groups are critical to Grassroots and provide for about 20% of operating expenses. Churches and other supporters have raised money for Grassroots with a wide variety of activities. Change collections, proceeds from fairs and festivals, walkathons, auctions, and even a golf tournament. Congregations have made donations in a church's name, and individual members of congregations have made personal donations. Among Grassroots' strongest supporters is the faith community. Grassroots needs your support to help the most vulnerable people in Howard County and to respond to family and community crisis when it occurs. Thank you for your continued support.